In today's news, 39 students receive a solar energy technician certification. Lakeisha Warner secures third place finish in the 400-meter relay, with Joshua Hill securing first place. Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office charity marathon spans the globe in 24 hours. Updated processing system to streamline customs declaration, and persons are reminded to apply for home quarantine 5 to 7 days prior to travel to the British Virgin Islands. Of course, the Commission of Inquiry hearings continue, and we have full updates. Barbados prepares to travelers reopening, and UVI graduates some 300 in virtual graduation. All this and so much more. You're watching 284 News. Welcome everybody. It's Tuesday, May 18th, 2021. I'm Ron Grant, coming to you live from Tortola, our home, our paradise. A terrific Tuesday to each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Summer sizzle returns to the BVI in July. BVI Ports Authority purchases a marine vessel of $230,000, and BVI Seaports operations unfortunately continue to be marred by a number of complaints. Beginning on the local scene here in the British Virgin Islands, Virgin Islander Lakeisha Warner of Clemson University contributed to a third-place finish in the 400-meter relay at ACC Championships, running a combined time of 3.3474 seconds for the new Clemson season's best. Warner also secured a fourth-place finish in the 400-meter hurdles, running a time of 57.89 seconds, her first under 58 seconds in this track year. Virgin Islander Joshua Hill of UTEP also contributed to a first-place finish in the 400-meter relay at the Conference U.S. Championships, running a combined time of 3.0819 seconds. Hill's lead-off split was recorded at 46.70. We want to take this opportunity to continue to wish all of our athletes who are abroad and, of course, locally, the very best as they continue to make us proud. Persons are reminded that requests to home quarantine are to be made 5 to 7 days prior to travel date into the British Virgin Islands. Chief Environmental Health Officer Mr. Lionel Michaels said this allows for the home quarantine inspections and approval by the Environmental Health Division, and to, of course, prevent any delay in persons' travel itinerary. Mr. Michaels said, and I quote, "It is observed that persons apply for home quarantine at the last minute, and this presents a risk to the BVI community for the transmission of COVID-19. In these situations, we are unable to assess the suitability of the property for home quarantine because not enough time is given." He continued by saying home quarantine in safe spaces is pivotal to the prevention of COVID-19 cases in the BVI. Now, consequently, all persons requesting home quarantine must apply within 5 to 7 days of travel in order to be approved. That was Chief Health Inspector Mr. Lionel Michaels. Now, viewers, for more information on the home quarantine process, persons can email homequarantine@gov.vg or call during the hours of 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday, and that number is 468-5110. 5110. That's 468-5110. The H. Laverty Stout Community College's Workforce Training Division Center for Professional Development and Community Education, in, of course, conjunction with Power 52 Caribbean Energy Institute, awarded 39 participants with a certificate from the National Center for Construction Education and Research, North American Board of Certified Energy Practitioners, and Occupational Safety and Health Administration after completing a 11-week solar energy technician training. Now, the training's first cohort, which consisted of 39 persons, underwent a comprehensive full-time training in basic fundamentals, classroom theory, laboratory projects, and field work, and is now certified to utilize their training anywhere in the world. Of the 39 awardees, 5 of them were women. Dean of Workforce Training Division, Mrs. Marva Wheatley Dawson, said, and I quote, "The solar technician training program was envisioned to fill industry gaps where trained persons are needed to fill jobs in a fast-growing industry. In the British Virgin Islands, we are well positioned, that is, to use renewable energy, which is fueled by our abundance of sunshine." Mrs. Wheatley Dawson added, "Our awardees who are celebrating today received high-quality training over 11 weeks of instruction that was delivered by Power 52 Energy Institute. They were trained by master trainers and skilled craftsmen, Mr. Damon Molden, Miss Kellyanne Fu, and Mr. Robert Wallace. Now, the success of the participants are a result of their hard work and excellent training to industry standards. Delivering this training in the midst of COVID-19 with, of course, social distancing and with a large class had its challenges, but they remained resilient. They were cohesive and they finished strong. As the territory advances to clean, green, alternate options, this training aimed to prepare and cover basic principles and technical skills in developing and maintaining solar-powered energy systems was well received. Now, students enrolled in the training obtained on an in-depth knowledge in construction basics and safety, solar 101 and maintenance, project management, life and leadership skills, and other components relevant to solar energy. HLSCC embraces the relationships that have been formed with its sponsors and wishes to thank them for their support and the development of the people of the Virgin Islands. The Premier's Office, Government of the Virgin Islands, Unite BVI Foundation, BVI Electricity Corporation, Junior Minister for Trade and Economic Development, the Honorable Shireen Flax Charles, Representative for the 6th Electoral District, the Honorable Alvar Muduru Keynes, and Power 52 Caribbean Energy Institute. We want to take this opportunity to congratulate all 39 of the students who completed their successful training. We continue to wish you the very best. Viewers, still ahead, updated processing system to streamline customs declarations, and Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office charity marathon spans the globe in some 24 hours. All this and so much more after a word from our sponsors. You're watching 284 News.
The win.
What in the hell?
I'm freaking out.
Gentlemen, is about these people.
It's always a pleasure coming to you live and direct from the
What's poppin'? What's really good?
Davis has won it for the
Gentlemen, aspiring gentlemen, and our partners that hold us down. It's season 2 of The Art of a Distinguished Gentleman, taking you on the most inspiring journey with the best and brightest distinguished gentlemen of the BVI. Raw, real-life lessons that translate to grounded, community-minded, well-rounded men like you've never seen them before. Governor Augustus J.U. Jaspert, Jovan Klein, Neil Klein, and so much more. Turning modern-day men into 21st century distinguished gentlemen with yours truly, Ron Grant, a 284 Media production.
Viewers, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with us. You're watching 284 News out of Tortola, BVI. The Customs Department will be transitioning to a modernized and improved version of the Customs Automated Processing System, also known as CAPS, beginning May 25th. Commissioner of Customs Wade N. Smith, while speaking on the importance of evolving the CAPS system, stated that the technology improves the aim, and it is to ensure that this application remains on the cutting edge, thus offering stakeholders the most user-friendly solution available. Now, according to Mr. Smith, the new features incorporated include a new background, updated CAPS logo, new login box design, a new real estate to show important message to traders. Additionally, support for more internal browsers will be added, as CAPS was initially designed solely for Internet Explorer 8. The commissioner said, and I quote, "The new user interface is designed for Microsoft Edge and any other browsers that support Chromium, including Google Chrome, the most used browser on the internet. He explained that the new CAP's responsive design makes it compatible with a wider selection of screen sizes as smartphones and tablets. This, he said, will benefit the importers by making CAPs more accessible on more devices. Mr. Smith said, and I quote, "The new and improved CAPs will also enable internal linkage of carriers manifest with importers, thus reducing processing time. This intuitive design is not only user-friendly," he said, it provides a wide range of options to expedite the submissions and processing of entries. Now, to accommodate this system upgrade, effective Friday, May 21st at 4 p.m., all declarants utilizing the CAPS Trader Declaration will be asked to make entry submissions manually until Tuesday, May 25th at around 8:30 a.m. The Customs Department here in the British Virgin Islands say they are committed to serving the government and the public with professionalism, fairness, and of course integrity by providing quality services, maximizing the collection of revenue, protecting the BVI's territorial borders, and facilitating legitimate trade efficiency effectively and economically in order to safeguard the well-being and security of the territory. The UK government, staff in the BVI and around the world are set to complete a unique 24 hours global marathon relay, which took place on May 25th to help mental health charities across the world. Now, staff from more than 230 British embassies, high commissions, governor's office, and consulates from Vancouver to the west of Samoa in the east, from Wilmington to the north and south, are taking part. Now, this, of course, followed the efforts of 158 posts, which took part in the first year of the event. The governor, John Ranking, and his team, they have joined and participated in the very fun event. Team members passed a baton improvised from household objects such as rolling pins and snorkeling gear while they ran or walked a mile through the beautiful BVI locations. Now, on running his mile, Governor John Ranking said, and I quote, "The Global Mile has been a wonderful way to feel connected to the rest of the world. While my feet are firmly in the BVI, I pass the baton on to colleagues in Sri Lanka. COVID-19 has made travel difficult and can make us feel cut off from the rest of the world. But today reminded me of the power of connection with people across the world coming together to raise awareness on the importance of mental health and the support of such charities." Now, the Global Mind began at 900 hours in Apia, Samoa, and finished at 300 hours in Vancouver, Canada. Participants at each post, they ran or walked a mile before video conferencing or tweeting with the next mission that they passed the virtual baton to, sending it through some 24 time zones over the course of a day. Now, the Global Marathon is the brainchild of Dr. Ian Collard, Ambassador designatee to Lebanon, and his wife Tamara. Now, the Collards decided the marathon would be a good way to unite the department and its families and, of course, improve mental and physical well-being. It would also allow staff to virtually connect with their colleagues while social distancing measures were in place. Now, last year's inaugural event went so well, it raised some £500,000 for charity. It is running again this year, Dr. Collard said, and I quote, "As a staff of the Foreign Commonwealth and Development Office, our day job is to serve our country, including by safeguarding and promoting our values overseas and being a force for good in the world. Last year's event was incredible, an incredible boost to all those who took part, and we are pleased to be able to raise money again for charity this year to support mental health initiatives." Now, embassies across the world are raising funds for local charities, and Ian and Tamara have set up a Virgin Money Giving for donations to the UK's mental health charity. Of course, viewers, May is Mental Health Awareness, so we're happy to see that the BVI was able to participate in this charity, of course, with the support of our Governor, His Excellency John Ranking. Of course, on the note of mental health, be sure to tune in to a number of mental health interviews that we've been conducting throughout the month of May, the first of which included Dr. Virginia Rubain, the second Dr. Michael Turnbull of the Wellness Center, the third being Mr. Jovan Klein of the Wellness Center, and last this week we'll be featuring Dr. June Samuel, who's going to be covering mental health awareness and the elderly. Viewers, Commission of Inquiry hearings update is ahead, and UVI graduates, some 300 virtually in Barbados. Believe it or not, they are preparing for travelers just like we are to reopen their borders. All this and so much more after a word from our sponsors. You're watching 284 News.
Is business slow? Cash flow down? Hosting an upcoming event? We can help. Advertise with 284 Media and take your business or event to the next level by enhancing your present marketing and messaging strategies. Allow our team of experts to create a personalized ad that sets your business apart from all the rest. This could be your business or event. So, what are you waiting for? Contact our marketing team at 284media@cctbvi.com. Advertising with us works.
Father Jesus, that line you long like church service.
Alright, do enjoy the rest of the day. Next customer line, please. Wait, hold on a second.
Yes, Sonny boy, come, yes, son.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sonny boy. Hold on there. You must have cut fun people.
It's okay, I'll take care of it.
What? No man to take care of me.
How may I assist you?
Yes.
You want top of power?
You want top of power?
Join the prepaid party with CCT and enjoy more affordable data plans, more top-up promotions, more savings with hero bundles, and more value for your money each and every Tuesday with Top Up Turn Up Tuesday. Visit a CCT store today or anywhere CCT Top Up is sold and top up your phone.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You want top up or?
Viewers, welcome back. You're watching 284 News. Now, continuing on the local scene here in the BVI, the COI has held a series of hearings over the last 2 weeks, for which the primary focus has been the production of information and documents. There are further such hearings this week. However, the Commission has also heard a series of applications concerning formal participation in the COI and has made orders allowing the Cabinet, Ministers, members of the House of Assembly, and in her own right, the Attorney General, to be formal participants on the basis of their particular constitutional interests in governance. In respect of production of information and document, the hearings followed letters of request of mainly ministers and other public officials to make voluntary disclosure to the COI. Now, the disclosure made following a request, although purportedly full, appeared incomplete, and after 5 days of hearings at which the Commissioner took evidence from a number of summoned witnesses, it was clear that the disclosure made a substantially incomplete and in poor order. It was made substantially incomplete and in poor order. The COI has been the deficiencies promptly. They have observed them so that the inquiry may be efficiently progressed. Additionally, to facilitate the next stage of the COI, the Commissioner is anxious to understand the views of the ministers and members of the House of Assembly on governance. They have made no representations to him to date. He has therefore, through their legal representatives, written to the ministers, members of the House, and the Attorney General, asking them to set out their position on governance by referencing to a series of questions. The Commissioner has asked for the deficiencies in disclosures to be remedied and for the position statements to be logged with him by Monday, May 31st, 2021. Now, the next stage of the hearings will commence shortly after that date. The Commissioner, in his opening statement on May 4th, in a subsequent press notice on May 5th, made clear why the initial hearings were to be private, at least in the first instance, namely that the Attorney General wished to preserve any rights of privilege and confidentiality in any documents or information that may be referred to in the hearings. It is the Commissioner's wish that each hearing is made public to the fullest possible extent. He has provided the Attorney General with an opportunity to make submissions on whether she considered it necessary to black out any parts of each transcript before it is made publicly available. Now, once the Commissioner has received those submissions, he will publish the transcript with any adjustments he considers necessary. Now, the commissioner is resolved to publish the transcript as soon as possible after each hearing. To date, 2 transcripts have been published on the COI website, which viewers we are going to get into at some point, and more will follow in the coming weeks. In the meantime, follow the hearings, and the commissioner has made a number of orders, many requiring witnesses to produce documents previously requested but not yet disclosed, and the rulings to explain the reasons for the main decisions set out in his orders. All the orders and rulings have now been published on the COI website. A list of hearings to date and those scheduled to take place in the coming weeks have also been published on the COI website. In the next stage of hearings, viewers, issues of privileges, etc., and reduction should not arise, and it is the commissioner's intention that all hearings will be live streamed. Of course, we are now moving on regionally. Over the past 18 months, Barbados Ministry of Tourism and other stakeholders have been working extremely hard and extensively to prepare for the reopening for leisure and business travel on the island. During the launch of the new Barbados Tourism promotional campaign entitled Little Island Big Barbados, Minister Lisa Cummings described the journey as a roller coaster ride, but noted that all efforts will eventually pay off. She said, and I quote, "Managing these times is challenging. We have been planning for the worst and preparing for the best. It has been about risk mitigation and adoption. We stood our ground and showed our resilience for Destination Barbados, and we are investing in our rebranding of our destination after COVID-19 and volcanic ash in the international arena." Cummings also noted that the Ministry of Tourism in Barbados had been advocating and really looking for inclusion on list of countries approved for travel, while at the same time fighting to be taken off lists that she believes the country had no right to be on in the first place. Likewise, she noted that Barbados is actively participating in global safety travel initiatives such as IATA Travel Pass. Now, the ministry in Barbados also projects the gradual return of the cruise industry beginning at the end of June into early July. Barbados's very first ship christening will likely take place by October. All stakeholders were heavily involved in the devising of plans and strategies focused to enhance the sector for the reopening process, as well as hosting workshops to sensitize various industry personnel on Barbados entry and safety protocols. Cummings have encouraged everyone to get vaccinated so that the locals and travelers could feel protected against the spread of COVID-19 with the reopening of the sector. "We want our businesses reopened and our workers back to work. We want to feel safe. So far, we have vaccinated some 75,000 persons, and our government's goal is to immunize 80 to 90% of the adults in order to reach herd immunity. We still have a distance to go, but I am confident that by working together, this can be achieved." Great news over in St. Thomas USVI. The University of the Virgin Islands last Friday graduated some 313 students with degrees in a variety of disciplines, marking another successful year for the institution, which 2 years ago started offering U.S. Virgin Islanders students free tuition. Now, the range of disciplines seen in detail here include School of Education, School of Nursing, College of Liberal Arts and Social Science, College of Science and Mathematics, School of Business, School of Education, School of Nursing, and PhD in Creative Leadership and Innovation. Now, the event was held virtually with special performances along with keynote speaker Dr. Raphael Warnock, a Reverend and U.S. Senator who encouraged students to work hard and believe in themselves. Growing up in public housing, Mr. Warnock said he was one of 12 children in his family, the 11th child, and the first college graduate of them all. He said it's not prudent to look where someone ends up, but before examining where this person came from. He said, and I quote, "I believe and my family taught me that I could achieve anything if I believe in God and if I believe in myself." He continued by saying, and they taught me that if I would just discipline my mind and stay focused, I could achieve great things. Dr. Hall also delivered remarks, that's the president of the University of the Virgin Islands, with the main theme of his talk seeking to encourage graduates to keep rising. Days ahead of the graduation, UVI provided graduate stories highlighting the path to conferment for some students. They are below, of course, and we have the full list of that published on our website. In addition to that, the keynote, Kelvina Salters, was drawn to her involvement in school events growing up in St. Kitts, and which already taught her the invaluable benefits and thus pushed her to do more once she began her journey at the University of the Virgin Islands. She was nominated by her staff to make the keynote address on behalf of the students. Salter's commitment to leadership was demonstrated in her service as a resident assistant, a position she held from admission in 2018 to 2010. She exemplified engagement by participating in the Thurgood Marshall College Fund and the Washington Center in 2019. Service, she said, and leadership are about empathizing with others and helping them to meet their needs. In service to my community and school, I felt like being able to inspire and encourage someone I want to make an impact on the world in a major accomplishment. Now, among the things Salters was involved in, she said her most rewarding experience was being a resident assistant. She said, and I quote, "This role added significant value to my time at UVI. Being able to connect with my peers on a more intimate level, more than what meets the eyes. It opened a lot of doors for me. I was able to tap into a lot of the resources I was able and made aware to be." She said, "I was also able to glean a lot of interpersonal and professional skills at the very same time. Having identified my leadership skills and my consistency in academics softened the ground and made my journey a lot easier. I was able to form a bond with members of the university's administration and other students who saw my potential." Salters maintained high academic achievement, making the dean's list each semester, all while taking advantage of opportunities to lead. She has just completed her first step toward her lifelong goal of becoming a public administrator, graduating with a Bachelor of Arts degree in social science and a minor in political science. "It is the beginning of realizing one of my career aspirations," she said. "I hope one day that God would open the doors for me to make my mark in this field, particularly in my home country of St. Kitts and Nevis." We'd like to take this opportunity here at 284 Media to congratulate all the graduates of the University of the Virgin Islands. We wish you much continued success. Viewers, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
So you're saying I can ask this cat any question?
The cat is connected to the computer. You just type in the question, and it will read his mind. There's the answer code.
You're the man! I've been looking for this for weeks.
Viewers, that's it for today's news roundup. Be sure to follow us for your daily news updates at 284media.com. Of course, like us on Facebook at 284media and at 284BVI, that is, on Instagram and Twitter. I'm Ron Grant. It's always a pleasure. We will see you again tomorrow as we deliver your daily dose of local, regional, and international content. We are 284 News, your source for honest and impartial news, right here on 284 Media out of Tortola in the beautiful British Virgin Islands. A happy Tuesday to everyone. Do enjoy the rest of your evening, and feel free to make sure that you traverse our website and our Facebook page for the number of interviews, feature interviews that is, and stories that we continue to provide you with and keep you informed. It's always a pleasure. Take care. Bye-bye.